Pull up a chair or an old truck tire. Get yourself round that old trash fire. Well, the door's never locked, so there's no reason to knock. It's time for trailer talk. Oh yes, it's time for trailer. How much wood could a woodchuck?
Well, I got called in to do my public duty this week down at the jury duty, and I was down there waiting at the courthouse. Old Steve came in, one of the officers in town, who I had a number of run-ins before, and we're pretty good buddies now. I said, hey Steve, joking around with him, I said, hey Steve, why don't you put me on some undercover work? I can go in and do some busts for y'all in town and in the county and that kind of thing. He said, why don't you put together a little videotape and show me that you can, convince somebody like you're somebody else. And what he said is, he goes, when you put together your videotape, you want to be able to act like this person all the way through. You got to show me a situation that how you're going to handle the whole thing. So here's what I came up with. Hey ma'am, how you doing today? Yeah, I'm Ted Stedford. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm operating a little business here in town. We're just going door to door seeing if anybody had any plumbing problems. No, it'll only take a minute. Now, you married, ma'am? And what's the boy's name? Okay, well maybe if he's here, you can get him out of bed and maybe I can talk to him for a minute. Jack, why don't you get out of bed? There's a plumber man here to see you. Yeah, you tell him I'm here to see him because I just want to talk to him for a minute. Maybe he can show me where some of the plumbing is in the house, because some of these trailers y'all kids are living in these days got some kind of plumbing that's it ain't like the traditional plumbing. So I'd like to take a look at it if you can just get him out of bed here. Jack, come on, get out of bed. There's a man here who's going to help us with the plumbing. How are you, Jack? Okay, Jack, well, let me tell you something. You got the right to remain silent. Anything you do can and will be held against you in a court of law. Boy, put your hands behind your head. Put down that frying pan, ma'am. That's for biscuits and gravy. That ain't for throwing at grown men. Ma'am, there's going to be more hurt than your ego if you don't put that thing down. So that was it. And I'm going to put that together, and then I'm going to go give it to Steve and say, Steve, I go in and people think I'm going to be a plumber or whoever else, and I can help you with the bust. I said, Steve, what case they going to put me on? And then he said, well, they're going to open up the courtroom right now and they'll let you know. Well, sure enough, it was my brother, and it's kind of a little conflict, so I got let out of my civic duty today and was able to really just kind of clean some things up around the trailer park. And Steve said, one more thing, Tavin, on that tape you put together. I want to see how you handle a person who they ain't violent, but they ain't helping you out, and they ain't giving you no answers, and they ain't trying to help you none. How you going to handle them? Because you got to figure out a way to get some information out of them, and I want to see how you do that. And I said, okay, roll tape, buddy. So you don't want to come with me, huh? Well, let me tell you something. Have you ever had a possum in your yard? Yeah, I bet you have. Probably a couple. Probably 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe. Maybe 7, 8. Yeah, one of the ways I've been able to get them out of trees is get a whole big old glass of hot cider. And boy, I done that, and it don't kill them. But sure, they sure enough find another place to go play around in. Well, you feel like a cup of hot cider today? Come with me then. I'm Ted Stedford. See you later.
Well, the door's never locked, so there's no reason to knock. It's time for trailer talk. Oh yes, it's time for trailer. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Boy, full-grown woodchuck in prime health, he can chuck what would equal to.
Oh yes, it's time for trailer talk.
Boy, they're quick little buddies.